Ho! What is going on, YouTube? Savage here. In today's video, we'll be breaking down and analyzing a viewer-submitted Trios gameplay. But before we dive into the video, go ahead and do me a huge favor. Subscribe to the channel right now. Right now. Also, I know I'm asking a lot of you guys. Hit that like button. The more likes we get, the more YouTube's like, maybe we should recommend this guy. So please destroy that algorithm and boost this damn video. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the gameplay. Savage, why don't you get your shit together? Shut up. It's not my fault. I tried. Oh, is that French? Oh my. Oh my. All right, here we are spectating Blood Shadow and his trio squad landing at probably my favorite spot in the game to land, train station. I'll be mind blown if no one else is here, honestly. This is usually, you can usually guarantee there's one or two teams here 9 times out of 10. I don't think I've landed here in the last few months without like it being completely empty. No chance, right? Just like that, we have an enemy coming. Oh, he's on the top, actually. He's above us right now. We need to allow our teammates to crawl behind while supplying cover fire. Now, there's also an enemy below us, and I love the fact that he's reading the mini-map. He spots that, and he takes the shots and gets the headshot. Now, we need to be plating up right now. Plate up instantly, because if they come up the escalator and shoot us a couple more times, we will go down. Right now, it's safe to do so. Here we are again, not having plates, trying to go for the ego challenge. Not a good option, but somehow delivering the kill. We got lucky. We got lucky in that one. You hit your shot, so I'll give you that. But in that position there, you gotta read the situation. You never know how the enemies are gonna play. Are they cracked out? Are they? We don't know. And because we don't know that, you want to play like they're always cracked out. So the moment you got damaged because they weren't immediately pushing you, you should have been plating up instantly. You should have been plating up, and then re-peek and you know, supply any kind of cover fire if you start hearing them push. Again, we got lucky, so it ended up getting blessed. It is what it is, but still not the play. All right, also, guys, always be aware of your plates and your teammates' plates. If you have a ton of plates, like we have 5 right now, I like it. If you have extra plates, man, your homeboy Orange is struggling out here. He's got nothing. You got to drop your plates, man. Again, that's something you always be paying attention to. Be the guy on your team that like lets everyone know, yo, your boy's up. Drop your shit and give it to him. Because if another team pushes you right now, he's not going to have any chance in hell to survive. So technically, right now, if you get in a gunfight, it's a 2v3 situation at best. And again, you want to keep it in your head. You want to keep the tempo going like it's like you're always going to be pushed by a sweaty team. You don't ever want to be in a situation where your boys are down plates if you're sitting on extra, ever. All right, now one thing I'm noticing as well. What are we staring at right now? This is one of my pet peeves. For many reasons. One, it's annoying as hell to watch, and 2, it's annoying as hell to witness from your own perspective. So like if you're doing it, it's annoying as hell because you're going to be a lot better player and a lot more reactive if you're actually looking up, right? It's like when you're walking, you're not supposed to walk like this. You're supposed to walk with a good posture, head up, chin up, like a confident son of a bitch, right? You want to do that in the game too. If you guys are looking at the ground, Savage, you say the same shit every video. Well, stop doing it and I'll stop saying it. Anyway, you're looking at the ground, someone walks around the corner, you run the risk of not even seeing him. But even if you see him, you now have to raise your crosshair and flick it over to his head, as opposed to already being head height and just flicking it over. You're basically taking out an entire step just by keeping your, or not crosshair, your reticle on the horizon. So make sure you guys aren't just doing this the whole time. And I know it's a habit from battle royales because you're always looking at the ground for loot, but you don't have to. You can see loot as it's coming up. You kind of look at it when you get there if you want, but there's no reason to just sit here and loot like this. Just a pet peeve of mine. Not a huge, well, yeah, it is a huge deal actually. Make sure you fix that, guys. Make sure you always fix that. It's a big deal. It's a very big deal. Your gameplay will instantly, drastically spike back up if you guys stop doing this. That cash is ours. All right, but I do love the fact that he's in and out of the loadout again, something that most people would be like, so Savage, why even bring that up? But with all the gameplay we spectate, I mean, you'll be amazed how many people spend like 30 seconds to a minute in that damn loadout trying to pray to it and figure out what the hell they want. Here we are scanning the map, trying to figure out where to go to. We have our loadout. We have the world to our advantage. We have 122 people on the map. We have people on our level. Go in here, get those kills very easy. We have a team behind us. So again, we have 2 teams right now that could potentially pinch us. We need to stop whatever we're doing and take care of one team as fast as humanly possible and then rotate back to the next team. One reason why you want to do that is so that you don't get pinched, right? If you sit here taking the time fighting and breaking plates and getting a knock and getting a knock and getting a knock and not capitalizing, homeboys behind us and come in the back and fuck us in the back of the head, right? And also for the fact that if you start fighting that team, the other team behind us may run off. So not only are you protecting yourselves from getting third party, but you also want to get both of those teams worth of kills. Because the moment, if I was the team behind us, the moment I hear these suppressed shots, I'd instantly start pushing in. You want to take advantage of a third party situation. So you have 2 guys behind us. These guys are getting closer behind us right now. I do not like this at all. And we're sitting here kind of idle. Now look, they went on the high ground. Now the team above us, or the team we were just fighting is above us. They have the advantage on us because all they have to do is watch the is that an escalator? Is that a stair? Oh God, I hit the wrong button. Is that an escalator or is that a staircase? I can't remember. I think it's an escalator, staircase, whatever. But as we go up it, they're going to be watching us and we're going to have a very hard time fighting in that spot. So I probably at this point would not push this team. I may divert and go fight this team over here on the mini map to our left-hand side. Now, again, because we waited a little too long, because the fight didn't go as planned, we have a huge possibility of getting pinched from both teams. No matter who we decide to fight, we have a huge chance to get pinched by the other option. But if you look at these guys right here, they're split up, right? You got this guy, easy pick. He's next to the buy station. He's out in the open. We can instantly divert and 3v1 this asshole to smithereens and then just bounce from one to the other. And then afterwards, we can take our time with this fight a little bit. That's what I would do in this position. The longer we sit here, the more chance we have of the guys coming down the staircase and then these guys coming through the doorway. Also, something I definitely don't want you guys doing is this, holding in your ADS. You don't want to ADS and walk. You want to ADS when you see the enemy. Don't ever just ADS waiting for the enemy, because if he comes up behind you, you're going to be delayed on turning because you're already going to be in your scope or your sight. Also, point number 3, you have the UAV. You just use it to your advantage, right? That's when you want to go ahead and pick those fights. Now we're blind. Now we don't know if those guys are together. Now we don't know where those guys are camping at. So now we're in a very, very rough spot, and I don't like this. So if you have a UAV up, make sure you're capitalizing on it and getting all the kills you can before that goes away, because if it goes away and you're surrounded by a couple teams, again, don't like this position at all. Wow. What? He down him after he stopped shooting? What was that? Well, we got the down. We got 2 downs now. And again, the third person should be coming from the right-hand side. I think that's where we saw him at. Here we are around the corner going for the execute. Now our teammate's down. We need to go out there and help him out. Don't let him get that execute. Sit in the corner. Right. As far as the enemy's concerned, reaction time. This guy should have got a squad wipe. We literally turned around the right-hand side to get to execute. We could have got shot in the back. Teammates went down. That could have been 2 downs right there, and then he could have 1v1 the last guy. I don't understand why. First off, I don't understand why they were playing 4 corners, and also his reaction time was very slow. We were out there getting execution before he even shot a bullet, so it was very, very awkward. Teabag is out. I love it. This team definitely will. All right, so we have this fight won. Now we have the guys above us. What you could do in this position is go on the outside, go up the staircase, and jump in from the top. That's probably what I would do to feel a little bit more safer. Or you can go up the staircase and the hallway behind us and get to the top, and again, jump in from the top. Hey, but they ended up running away. Very interesting. As far as the enemy team is concerned right there, that one that we're chasing right now, they should have third-partied us. There's no reason for that team to run away. There really is not a reason for them to run away at all. So now we're going to be battling that team that we just pinged on blue mark. We're going to battle them from rooftop to rooftop because they're probably sitting over there by the staircase just waiting. Oh, what the? There's 2 teams. Easy third party right here. Now, hopefully we take advantage of the third party situation and push the shit out of this, because you know damn well that squad number 1's going to be sitting on the staircase, ADS, while squad number 2 tries to push them from the bottom. They can come in and clean up both squads. That's easy 6 kills. GG's. But we need to go ahead and capitalize on this fast. We're trying to work our way to the high ground. Again, we're not really... I want you guys to notice when he's moving around the map too, something I would work on Blood Shadow. When you're moving around like this, you want to kind of peek that direction. We know they're on blue ping. We know they're in this direction right here on blue ping, right? We know they're there, but we don't know if they have a sniper. We don't know if they're looking at us. So as you're traversing from one area to another, make sure you're always kind of glancing consistently over there, because this is how a lot of people get f***ed up and get sniped in the head and get downed. And if you get down, it slows your momentum and allows that team to think of an outplay to try to gatekeep you from pushing them. So again, make sure you're glancing over there, because also you might get an easy pick if he's sitting out there in the open. You want to at least keep your eyes on the prize always. Don't just tunnel vision on where you're trying to go to. All right, blue went ahead and got it down. Here we are at a complete different angle trying to flank them. They do not have any idea we're here. Somehow, some way. All right, we got 2 downs now. I believe it's 2 downs. We need to go ahead and take advantage of this. Look at them sitting right here. Look at this. Look at this. You have a sticky grenade too. You could throw behind the AC unit as well to force this enemy out of cover, right? I wouldn't even worry about the execution right now. I would outplay the situation. He doesn't have self-res on. He may be going for a res, but again, got the sticky grenades, throw him behind there. Either A, get his armor broken and then push him, or B, maybe even get the kill, or even C, force his out from behind cover and then shoot him in the open.
Ils sont presque tout le temps là.
Ouais.
Il y a encore un. Daniel, fais gaffe. Daniel, pousse pas trop. On n'est pas là.
Ouais.
So now, because we didn't use stickies, and now because we wasted all of our ammo to try to get the execute, which we didn't even get, we are forced to break away, allowing the enemies to push us without giving us an option to shoot at them. And now, you know, we don't have ammo in our AR right now. So now that 2 enemies are pushing us, we have the FFAR, we still have the high ground, so we could still outplay the situation, but it would have been a way better option to throw their stickies and shoot them out when they're in the open instead of wasting your time and ammo to get the execution.
Bravo.
And again, with these fights, you want to get them one as fast as possible, because we still have a team coming up the staircase to the left-hand side right now. Now that enemy should have known damn well we were here. I don't know what that team's doing. That team loves crouching. Now again, pay attention to the mini-map, pop your reload, make sure everything is together, and start holding that doorway. I would not sit here and kind of just watch the AC unit. And I know what he's trying to do. He's waiting to see if the enemy comes around the right-hand side or left-hand side of the AC unit. The reason why I want him to watch that doorway is because there's going to be no cover for the enemy when he busts through it, right? If you allow the enemy to go from the doorway and come this AC, they have a giant thing of cover. They can now play and work 2 sides up and even get their entire squad on that backside, making it very hard for you to outplay a 3v1. So again, always take advantage of the option of not allowing them to bust through doorways and get to a nice thing of cover. And also, when they're there, you don't want to sit here and get caught up looting. If this team was aggressive, which doesn't look like they are, if they were aggressive, they could have already killed us by now. What is with everyone crouching? Stop it! Oh yeah, you got to go in there and capitalize on that, baby. No, 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 capitalize, baby! Stunned on the staircase! No! But Savage, you threw a nade! You still could have rounded that before you threw a nade. You still could have. You could have run in there instantly, gotten that down, ran back out, reloaded, whatever you needed to do, and then stunned him again, throw a nade, whatever you want to do. There's ways to outplay a situation. You don't want to just waste a stun grenade and just let him unstun himself and then start spamming nades. Capitalize on everything. Every knock you get, push that shit. Every stun you get, push that shit. Don't utilize a tool if you're not going to actually use it. Could have got that easy down. The enemy team's just... What? The enemy team's just spraying under us. It's almost comical. They closed the door too, or is it still kind of open?
No. 11 mètres, 3 mecs. 11 mètres, 3 mecs.
Now, when you're in this position, you definitely, again, want to fight them, but you want the door to be open on our side, right? So that you don't have to worry about shooting down the staircase with a door in the way, because it's not covered. They'll shoot through the door and kill you, and your field of view is completely limited because the door's in the way, right? So that's where movement comes into play. You want to basically, if I was this guy, I'd bust through the hall, I'd bust through the door, open it, and then I would close it and reopen it and bust back out, hopefully before I die. And I can just demonstrate that next time I play. But again, you want the door to be open on our side so we can actually fight this fight efficiently. Now, hopefully his teammates have stun grenades, because this team will literally just sit here. Also, not to mention, we have 3 people. They have 3 people. We could have one guy hold the upper ground, us, and then our 2 teammates jump off and push the enemy. We can essentially pinch them from 2 different angles. That just depends on how confident you are with your teammates, your squads, and as players yourself. And, He's just spraying. The kid in there is literally just holding the trigger down. Just so it's saying that when he pops that reload, when he stops shooting, that means he's reloading. Take advantage of that. If you're in a combat with an enemy and he's just spraying and praying and you know he's reloading, push that bitch and fuck on his face. Here we go. Here we go. This is the outplay. Never mind. God, push him! Alright, so 3 things I've noticed so far. Or 1 thing I've noticed so far in 3 different fights. We take a little too long to fight. Again, when you're in a fight, if something's not working, change it up. If you're holding the doorway and the enemies are holding the doorway and on this stagnant stalemate, change it up. Jump off the roof and pinch the enemy. That would have been the best way to do that. And with saying that, I know we were about to, but Orange never should have been in position to get Dom like that. He should have been holding another angle or something like that, like the guy on the rooftop. Should have been holding an angle safely. That way he can't just spray you through the door and get the kill. That was a little questionable. And also, again, going back to winning your fights fast as the circle's moving in 52 seconds, and we got a journey, boy. We got a journey, so we have to worry about these guys. I don't like this fight at all. Now it's just taking way too long, and this guy is shitting down our throat. I'm getting tilted for this team, and I'm not even playing. Like, I fucking hate this guy in the staircase right now. Yeah, I wouldn't hyper focus on him. We know for a fact there's multiple teammates. As far as the enemy's concerned, great job on him. Very good job on him rotating out in front of us and rotating around the backside of the cement staircase barricade. Holy shit. We still have 1 more enemy right here. He's getting res, getting res, getting res, getting res. Capitalize. Jump, 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 jump. Teammate, follow through, baby. The 1v1 right now. Shit's getting intense. And there you are with the carnate to the face. I love it. But we ended up winning, thankfully. We did lose a teammate in the process. And again, you want to win your fights fast and efficiently because this is how players play. They post up, and it will be a long, drawn-out fight unless you guys have the ability to outthink the enemy, which shouldn't be too hard when you look at the guys that we just killed. Jeez. Weird! People play so freaking weird. I hate it for them, honestly. I really do. You know, camping a staircase, spraying and praying is not a fun thing to do. No way. He probably threw his controller. He's probably yelling at his mom. He's probably punching the wall. He's doing so many things right now. Because we killed him, he's so mad. Here we have another team making some noise, making some action, I think. I have no idea how many players are actually over here right now.
Going in.
Yes. No,
the gas is pushing him out. We're on the gas, so we might as well capitalize on it. And was saying that you guys want to fight this team together. Don't separate. Don't have one guy push while we're running around. Come up with a game plan and outfight the situation. Again, we're in a gatekeeping position, kind of. We're going to have to climb the staircase at the high ground, but this is definitely the better option than challenging the unknown. We have no idea if there's one person there, 2 people there, 3 people there. We don't know. And they're all hiding in the trains. There's no sense in fighting it right now. We can fight them in 30 seconds. You don't want to rush this fight, mostly because, again, the gas is on the edge and we're separated. Unfortunately, blue goes down. Orange is about to fall into the same fate, I believe, jumping into the unknown. There it is. There it is again. If it's one guy, too, that's going to be heartbreaking because one guy just took out 2 of our dudes. We don't know if there is or not. There might be some more players. And that's just falling into the trap of just going one at a time. Stop feeding the enemy. You need to stop feeding the enemy. If you lose a teammate, get back to the other boy because, again, you have no idea what happened in that situation. We literally left cover and we pushed towards the edge of the gas to fight that team. Not the best of plays. Absolutely weird. Weird.
I'll take the wheel.
Here, let's look at the map. So right now, judging by what we see on the map and my knowledge of the map, it's going to be a downtown-ish ending, right? Probably mainly downtown with a little bit of edge of farmland, a little bit of edge of stadium, and then of course you have hospital in front of us. In this position, you want to go ahead and rotate to an area that you know is going to be the next circle. And what I mean by that is over here, let me make my mouse cursor bigger so you guys can see more. And what I mean by that is over here off the map, there's a ravine, as most of you guys know. Again, with map knowledge, most of you guys know there's a little ravine right here. You guys end up playing hospital or playing promenade and kind of staying there and waiting with the most wanted bounty or whatever he ends up, you know, deciding to pick up. When you do have to cross, which you will have to cross, you have a huge chance of getting on out in the open if you don't have a vehicle. And even though we do have a vehicle and there are vehicles on the map, the chance of other enemies taking them is pretty high. So in this spot, I wouldn't even worry about hospital. I wouldn't worry about promenade. I'd go ahead and rotate downtown and start getting position or fighting some fights. But assuming our teammate wins this gulag, we won't need the most wanted bounty. So we don't really need to find one right now. And again, also, we don't really need loot. We need money. We don't really need loot. So in this position, if you want to loot, I'd be more worried about loot and bank. Some lobbies, no one touches bank for whatever reason. And there's a bank right to the southwest of us, I believe. So I would definitely check there first. Bank's usually going to have enough money for you to buy your teammate back. Almost guaranteed. Almost guaranteed. This is what we... Alright. That sucks. This is what we called in PUBG ghetto looting. And what ghetto looting is just basically looting from one house to another, to another, to another. And again, because you know there was a team in here, because we saw their armor box sitting on the bottom, or ammo box, whatever it was, the chance of most of these buildings being looted is pretty high. So again, I would probably make a beeline to the bank. Now, these apartments in front of us, I wouldn't even worry about touching and looting, because there's two boxes. One on the bottom, one on the top, and that's best case scenario. And you have a lot of flights of stairs, a lot of wasted time that you have to climb up in order to get those boxes. So again, I'd focus on houses, I'd focus on bank, I'd focus on more condensed buildings and shit like this, and having to waste all this time going up and down staircases to possibly not even find anything. We might not have any boxes here. Again, just this amount of time. I mean, we got blessed right there for a little bit bag, but the amount of time we're wasting this building, again, I'm gonna say it for 30th time, I'd rather bank. I'd rather bank. And just like we guessed, the circle did rotate more towards the downtown area, and it kind of looked like it took a little bit of an angle to kind of, wouldn't say favor stadium, but I believe stadium's still in the circle. It is, and actually might even favor stadium. There's stadium right here. This is gonna be questionable, man. We still have vehicles over here, so we're not really that up, but I still would hit that bank. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep repeating it. I'm sorry, guys. I would hit that bank. I would have hit it, no doubt about it. Yo, PJ, thank you for the gifted sub, my dude. Appreciate it, brother.
I'll take the wheel. Gas is closing in.
And it's just making decisions on the fly like that that really will change the game for you guys. I mean, there's bank right there, just passing it up. At this point now, yeah, it's a little late for that. And the reason why you want to go ahead and get that money is because when we make a lot of noise buying our teammate back, which we will, and the circle's downtown, meaning there's a lot of skyscrapers, we have a huge chance of getting shot at out in the open. So with saying that, I like the fact that he marked downtown originally to buy at, and he's now going to rotate the farmland to get the buy. I actually think that's a better play. We don't know if the circle's going to favor downtown. We don't know if it's going to favor farmland. We don't know. I almost said Farmville. We don't know if it's going to favor stadium. So right now you can kind of go either or. I'd go with the safer buy, which is this. The only problem, the only risk to going out here is getting shot out the vehicle, especially with the AUG, right? Running into a team that disables the vehicle and you die. The longer you travel, the more chance you have of getting sniped out or destroyed. But I do think it's a safer spot to buy at. Less people will be in this area for sure. And most buy stations downtown, oh God, he just shot you with a Strela. Most buy stations downtown have a huge disadvantage because of the angles of the rooftops. So whenever it's a downtown buy station, I'm always hesitant and always scared. I'm shaking and trembling. It's never a good time. Buy fast, get in, get out. Hopefully we can get some more money. It looks like it's looted here, so I wouldn't even worry about looting here. You might be able to go to the north a little bit to where it has those quarry buildings and gather a little bit of loot. But again, the doors to our left-hand side and the other buildings were all open. So I'm going to go ahead off a limb and say all this shit's looted. So again, another thing with wasted time, paying attention to your surroundings and paying attention to buildings and how, you know, are the doors open or the windows busted, shit like that can save you guys a lot of time, a lot of effort, and allow you to come up with better plays to get your other teammate back. Yeah, but that's consoles, man. Virgil, unfortunately, that's console gameplay. This is usually how it comes out. My asterisk, yeah. No matter what buy station I get to, I'm always puckering up for sure. Yeah.
Medical supplies over there.
But again, if you notice, we're basically looting behind other players, just like we did in the last game we spectated the other day, or earlier today on the stream. We're just looting behind people, and what are we gonna find? Maybe some ammo, maybe some nades. You're not gonna find the money you're looking for. I just said that, and he opens a box with some money in it. Damn it, dude, they looted this like shit. Thanks for making me like an idiot, random player.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
To be honest, I'd be more to the north, where it has those bigger buildings that you see in Quarry. Most people don't ever go there, and when they do, because their buildings are so big, they usually miss a lot of shit. Oh, this is going to be an interesting circle. This is going to be a fun circle to spectate. It's either going to be fun or we're going to insta die, one of the two. Well, I'll stop saying we need to leave to loot because they clearly missed a lot. And there's another bag right there. And almost, bro, $300. $300 hairs. That's all we need. And just like that, let's get our boy back. And let's move out and start thinking about positioning because this is going to be a up circle. This is going to be bad. Move my face up. Is tactical and lethal? Let me see. Doesn't look like it's a floating head. It doesn't look odd.
Gas is closing in.
You know, we'll do it for the rest of the video. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Does this look weird or no?
I'll take it.
Let me know in the comment section.
Run, get to the zone.
All right, so right now, what are we doing wrong? What are we doing wrong? Not us particularly, but our entire team. What is wrong right now? Can anybody tell me the first thing you guys notice right now? What's the first thing you guys notice that we should be doing that's not being done? Looks fine. Nope. Split. You're right. I'll give him the credit though. You got a lot of buildings in cover. I don't mind hitting two different buildings. He got downed. He got downed, but from where? Remember, guys, when you're downed and you're safe, which he is, he's in a window, he's safe. Pull up your map and ping the enemy. Ping where you got shot from. You should know. You should know exactly where the enemy shot you from. You have hit indicators, right? Even if you didn't see them, just pull up your map, wherever your hit indicator was from, mark towards that direction. That way, even again, if you can't get a live ping, if you can't get an exact ping, at least get a guesstimate in the air so that we, right now, Blood Shadow, can navigate to you and not be vulnerable. Let's just say right now, there's no buildings right here. Let's just take these buildings out. It's just an open field, right? Let's just take it out. It's an open field, and you get down from an enemy over here. Here we are, waving to the enemy. What's up, bro? Kill us. But if you ping that the enemy's in that direction, Blood Shadow can instantly be like, this, and dive back to cover, you know? Like that. Even if you're down and you're safe, remember, your teammate's got to get to you, and your teammate's going to want to know what windows does he have to avoid not getting shot from, what's the best path of least resistance to get to you in order to do it safely and get your team back together. Make sure you guys are always pinging, whether you're downed, whether you're getting shot at. There's never an option for you guys not to ping if you get downed, ever.
Enemy UAV overhead. Back to the mission.
No sound. Did I have the volume all the way down? I apologize. My bad.
Il avait des armes.
Verbal comms too, yes. Verbal comms too. But in moments when you're downed,
Get that armor.
if the enemy's that close, you kind of want to give your teammates call it out, but only call it once. Be like, he's to the 280, or he's, you know. I would definitely rather a ping because you're gonna want your audio, you're gonna want comms. Right, here we are, pushing the most wanted bounty. He's probably by himself, but again, you always want to just be aware that he may be baiting the shit out of you guys. Should be easy beams if you can get it. Come on, baby.
I can drive.
C'est cassé. C'est bon.
T'as pris les armes du mec?
Non, ils avaient rien. Ils venaient de venir. J'ai pris
Non,
la
ce-
plaque.
Ah, ce mec qui était...
My teammates be breaking legs every game like they work for the mafia. I can't laugh, bro. I do it too. Bro, I don't get it. Like, I mean,
Non?
at least 2 times a stream. So say 2 times in out of 10 games, I literally just land and break my ankles. I'll hit my space bar, but my parachute will be delayed or some shit. I die a lot.
Enemy soldier incoming.
I'm guilty.
Fighting's
Nice.
over.
C'est
Now it's
bon,
a
c'est bon.
ghost town.
Incoming.
Gas is inbound.
Pick up the supply crate or no? Where is the supply crate? Did it already get picked up?
Enemy UAV
The
overhead.
problem with supply, hello. The problem with supply crates is they're usually baited. I will always avoid supply crates if I can, especially when you don't need anything. We have a satchel, we have a gas mask, we have ammo, we have things that we need. Anything extra is just extra at this point. I wouldn't put myself in a bad position to risk going out to a supply crate in order to get shit on. Because again, a lot of people play pretty cheesy in this game, and they'll sit there and bait. It's a tactic. It's unfortunate, but it is a tactic people do. Same thing with loadout drops. If there's a free loadout drop and you already have your ghost class and you already have your normal class, even if you don't have ghost class and you have an ending like this, you don't need it. It's already in game. Ghost ain't gonna help you. You're close enough to everybody to when you shoot, they're gonna know exactly where you're at. So this late in the game, don't worry about your loadout. Don't worry about none of that shit. Stay focused on the task at hand, getting kills, rotations, and not getting f***ed on.
50 remaining. Halfway done.
So as far as the enemy's concerned right here, just notice how you ran right past the staircase. Just la-da-da-da-da. Never looked, never scanned, la-da-da-da-da. All the ways. When you guys are in a house, you got to clear every corner. When you walk in, clear right or left. When you go in a room, clear right and left. When you're passing up a room, make sure you just glance at it real quick. Because you never know. Someone's going to be sitting on that bitch staring right at you like we are. But he didn't have a pistol, so he didn't stand a chance either.
Friendly loadout drop on the way.
Il faut qu'on
Il y avait des mecs juste devant là.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Found ammo for the launcher. Wait, cancel that.
Il faut qu'on se casse.
Grab restock and ditch ghost. You definitely can. I'm a huge fan of restock. Oh my god. Oh my god. Whoa. All right. Let's hit the rewind. Let's hit that beautiful rewind real quick. Hold up. Okay, so granted, we didn't know the enemies were here when we walked outside, as you guys can see on the mini map. We had no idea. But unfortunately they were. And in positions like this, it's wrong place, wrong time. Sorry, Charlie. However, with saying that, we should have at least glanced over there. Now, why? How do we know that this building's the one we need to glance at? But Savage, you can't just look at every building. It's got a buy station, man. It's a buy station building. Of course there's people there. Of course there's people there. Now, for a whole team to be there, again, bad COD timing, it is what it is. But there's a buy station, man. Even though we didn't know they were there, if you're gonna jump out the building, you need to go on the backside, right? But I probably wouldn't have left. I probably would have just tried to get a pick, and that way we can leave safely without having to worry about it. Or we all leave together, breaking the enemy fire, because they're all trying to shoot at 3 of us instead of just 1 of us. Just you know, again, bad COD timing for the most part, but just pay attention to shit like that. When it comes to end game, always pay attention to buy stations. That's usually where people are going to be at, because they had to get their boys back. They had to get UAVs, clusters, whatever it may be. It's a very hot spot to be at. But again, I will chalk that up to more bad COD timing, but just pay attention to like that. Now we need to play it up because we're going to have to provide cover fire for our teammates. We're going to have to spray at that building and peg the shit out that enemy. That way they can cross. We need to get in the window. Don't worry about nothing. Get in the window, get an angle. Blue already pushed across, risked his life. We weren't there to cover. Now orange needs to do it as well. We need to get angle on that building.
UAV overhead.
Okay, I don't know what the enemy's doing right now, honestly. They didn't even shoot at him.
C'est sûr.
Get to the safe zone.
Fais gaffe, Franco, pas crouch.
Now, when you look at the mini-map... Savage, stop pausing the video! Now, when you look at the mini-map, this is the more favored side. The reason why I say that is because it's got the higher ground. You have the ridge right here, you have the windmills right here, and you have the buildings right here. You have one team already at the loadout that's in a fight. We don't know if they're across the ravine or not. You also have a team that's over here or definitely around this area because they probably are leaving now or already have left. So you're going to have 2 teams here in this area you're going to have to fight immediately. You may even have a camping little bitch in this building laying prone on a staircase waiting for you to come in the door. So be very careful how you push this building, but this is a great side of the map to be on. It favored us. It really helped us out because even though the majority of the circle is the ravine and towards stadium, it's a wide open area. Super wide open. Not many places people can camp behind. It's maybe a rock, 1 or 2. There may be a vehicle out there. There's really not much for the enemies on the other side of the map to actually capitalize on. Granted, with saying that, the circle still is pretty big. You still have to wait for it to collapse, but we have a great opportunity to have the time to win these fights and then gatekeep everybody on the outskirts. If we can win these 2 gunfights or possibly 3 gunfights, we have the rest of the map to our advantage. And there's still 15 teams in this little bitty circle. Holy... Yeah, definitely camper for sure. I agree. I agree. I'm... Woo, every time!
Devant nous.
So again, right now, I'd be more worried about the team behind us. Good, he definitely... Okay, there they are on the vehicle now.
UAV overhead.
And there's a guy behind the windmill right in front of us on the mini-map. He just popped up right here. Not the windmill, the building. Good shit on blue, identifying that. We need to go ahead and push. We got to push over there.
Baliko, il m'a tiré là, quelqu'un.
Il faut qu'on sort.
Ouais. Oh putain.
There's the enemy inside the building we were assuming people were camping in, but I think it's a full team because there's a guy in this building as well. Now's a chance he left this building and went to that building, but we don't know. That's exactly what happened. All right, so when you're in a situation, you know there's an enemy in a building. Notice how we were both just sitting in that window, right? We were both sitting over here about to run out the same door. Remember, there's backsides, there's windows, there's a lot of places. You never want to kind of tunnel out of a doorway, especially in game, one after another. So even if we wouldn't have gotten shot at, he probably would have went out the door. We probably would have went right behind him, and then we're just both vulnerable. Change your angles up. If I was blood right now, I would have jumped out the other window, come around the side of the building, and maybe had a different angle. That way, if this dude started getting shot at, I could then provide cover fire and maybe even get the kill. But if you guys just follow along, play follow leader, you're just gonna get picked off one at a time. Let's see where this next circle goes.
Ah, j'ai une boîte de plaques.
You've got gas inbound. Safe zone
Damn.
relocated.
Oh, we're getting pushed!
Finis-le.
We got the knock. We need to go ahead and get the execute. You might have self-res.
An airstrike.
Precision.
Oh, yeah, there's 2 teammates. There's a whole duo hiding in that little bitty room.
Gaffe avec les précisions.
They're playing patty cake with each other in Hot Wheels.
Oh putain. Ce mec il avait un... quelque chose. Pas ça. Munition.
And again, staring at the ground. While we're doing this, while we're getting things, I'd want my vision to be lifted a little bit so I can see out the windows. Because, again, oh, damn, we went from 15 to 17 real fast. But again, there's going to be people over here that are going to want to rotate into our position. And you have a window with a perfect line of sight on that position. So you want to see if enemies are actually running up to you. Because the last thing you want to do is super hyper focus on a munition stash and someone have a clean carnage headshot right through a window and ruin your gameplay. And again, we want to go ahead and start pushing this team in the building next to us, take that fight, get that taken care of, and then push the team over there by the loadout. Oh, he's just standing there in the doorway. Look at this guy. What are you doing? You got to push it. You got to push it. Whole team, push together, baby. Come on, let's go. Your team needs to be pushing with you, but they're staying in the building. Very bad play on the team. Go for the guy getting the res. There. Oh, my God. If your team was with you, this would be an easy fight to win.
Attends, parce que... il y avait...
Oh, c'est quoi ça?
C'est un Claymore.
Il y a quelque chose. Ah, c'est un claymore.
Yo, f your Claymore, man.
Faites gaffe, hein.
Fais gaffe.
Luckily, we were able to handle that. But definitely want to capitalize on a situation fast as shit. Now, again, always use the information you have in your head to your advantage. We know there's a guy still around the loadout drop. He may be dead now, but I would go ahead and at least peek that shit. And this is what I was afraid of. So the reason why I said you want to get this fight won as fast as possible, not just this one, but when we were back here by the buy station, the reason why I said we need to clear all this out fast is so that we don't allow anybody from stadium to push across that ravine and utilize our ridge as cover. Because if now we're in a position that if we push this team, we start getting in a fight with them, there are going to be so many people hiding behind these little things or windmills and stuff. We're in a huge position to get third parties. So now that option has kind of sailed. We need to go ahead, like idle for a second, wait to hear where the suppressed shots are coming from, and then make our moves based on that. And we'll kind of walk through that process here.
Get to the new safe zone.
Luckily, there are 2 buildings safe in the zone. But again, the ridge right here, people are going to be down there. People for sure that have crossed are going to be down there. And it'd be very, very very sketched out to be at one of these buildings right now. I'd definitely wait until I heard people getting gunfights and then capitalize on that third party.
Il y a 4 équipes, 6 joueurs.
Thermite. Yeah, you got to use thermite. Don't use C4. Don't use C4. Thermite's the way. Thermite or stickies.
Losing ground.
We hear grenades being thrown over there to the 15 right now, to our right-hand side by the loadout drop. That team's still over there. They're also in a fight right now, too. We hear suppressed shots. We need to push up again. We got one team on a count of 4. There he is right there, hiding behind the windmill like a baby back, waiting for us to leave our cover, but it is what it is. That's the way the game's played. We need to go ahead. You go play it up, go around there, and peek it. See if he's getting res or not. There's his head to the right-hand side, to the left-hand side behind the bush. You saw it. You saw his head behind the bush. Look at it. Look, there she is. Look at her now. Problem number 1 as far as the enemy team's concerned. What the f is he doing? I'm going to assume, I'm going to go off a limb. I might be wrong, but I'm going to assume that's his teammate. I'm just going to go out there. Savage, you're crazy. I know. Look, it might not be. Whether it's his teammate or not, the moment this dude got down, this guy should have instantly looked towards our direction. I don't know what he's looking at. I don't know what he's doing. He's not fighting anybody, so there's no reason for him to be looking that direction. He needs to divert his energy to us because he could easily kill us before we execute his boyfriend. But again, because of lack of paying attention to the minimap, because of lack of teamwork, because of lack of comms, lack of pings, I'm assuming he didn't ping us, we are where we are. Now, unfortunately, we weren't observant. We didn't see that. Orange is in a very vulnerable spot right now, and there's the enemy finally peeking us. And we're able to get the connect and get the hits on him, get the headshot, and get the kill. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for, we are in a 3v2 situation with the team that was by the loadout drop for the past 30 minutes. You see an enemy, you got to ping it. Now, it's going to rotate. The circle's going to rotate to our right-hand side. I would play the back side of this building right here, this windmill, whatever the f this is. You will, instead of sitting right here, because this is where the teammate's going to have an angle on, I would rotate on the back side, because once these enemies start running, you want to have an angle on them. You'll have a better chance of getting shots off on this side of the building than on this side.
Safe zone.
Okay. Ils sont là. No.
In the bush. Gotta check, man. Now we're pretty vulnerable out in the open. I'm not a fan of this at all. Again, I'd be on the back side of the building and rotating in with the circle. I'm very surprised the enemies aren't peeking us. As far as the enemy's concerned, if I was the enemy, I'd be gatekeeping the fuck out of this team. No hits. A little bit further back, unfortunately. There he is. Now you have one teammate on the right side. Definitely separate. Get different angles on the enemy. No idea why he's not hitting us right now. Oh, no! Not like this! The gas mask animation kill us? Oh, my God. We may have just thrown. We may have just thrown, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, let's go, baby. Oh my God. Also, another reason I didn't even talk about it, that I would have rotated from the backside to avoid getting hit by the gas and getting stuck in that animation, which is exactly where he died. Gas mask got him up, but luckily their teammate was able to solo duo that. Good GG's. Yeah, and he had a cluster the whole time too. Yeah. Weird game. A lot of the enemies did a lot of things. We definitely corrected a lot of things that Blood was doing. Blood, brother, thank you for submitting the gameplay, man. Really enjoyed analyzing. Again, I think, you know, this gameplay was a little odd. Not from our perspective, mostly from the enemy's perspective. The enemy teams are just doing so many things they shouldn't have done. To be 100% honest, if the enemy teams would have been playing a little bit more in sync, this win may have not happened. There were a lot of times when the enemy should have been able to wipe our squad, but fortunately they either weren't paying attention or some things that had happened that shouldn't have happened. Now I think the most harped on thing is make sure you win your fights faster, because you want to avoid getting third-partied and also taking gas damage. Just like back at train station, we sat there for so long fighting, we ran the risk of gas hitting us, and luckily it didn't. But then here at end game it actually did, and it kind of put us in a bad spot. Luckily the team was able to get the win, so GG. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, again, subscribe to the channel today, leave a like on the video. The goal of this video is 1,500 likes, and as always, you have a good one. Until next time, good luck in Warzone. You're gonna need it.